feel something inside myself. Light Father, Light Son podcast, people. How you doing, Father?
What's going on with you, man? I'm doing good. How you?
No complaints, no complaints. I'm in a new studio today. As you can see, I'm in the front yard chilling chilling in the car in the whip. You know how that goes. And the keys right here for all you bum zesties out there who want to claim, oh, this and that, CBD. Keys is there, so don't try to play me. Straight up. It's the Light Father, Light
Busters.
Son podcast. Watch your mouth.
Talking to
And now
all
I'm a
those
mood
busters.
straight, but I didn't mean to call you zesties. Busters. Busters, you're right. I apologize, Pop. I apologize. Word up. You ain't no zesties, but you sure enough a buster if you try to come at me.
All
Anyway,
day, every twice on Wednesdays.
twice on Wednesdays. But sometime I like to take the day off on Sunday because that's God's day.
But there's still some
Some,
busters roaming around.
oh yeah, Busters is a 20 what is it? 24/7, 365 job. Truthfully, if you're taking days off on Sunday, you're behind because a Buster never sleeps. So just make sure you're ahead of the game if you're taking days off on Sundays. You know,
Yep.
put that Blistex on my lips, make sure them things look all right. You know what I mean? Hit that light real quick too. You know what I mean? Yeah, like father, like son, podcast, episode 23. Name Ma, that boy out here acting a fool. There's some real things going on. Oh yeah, before we start, I'm Creeds. You know that. This my pop, Big Papa, and this our podcast, and we did it because we felt like doing it. That's all. And we shooting a breeze, and if you don't like it, go catch a breeze somewhere else. Go catch a
Yep.
fade. But before we get started, Pop man, I want you to know, episode 23, we're about to hit the quarter of a hundo very soon. We're gonna be hitting on the quarter soon. So congratulations, Pop. You know what I'm saying? Against all odds, we still here, Pop, and we made it work. Teamwork make the dream work. I love you very much.
I love you too, man. Same here. And by the way, this is for educational purposes only.
Yep, yep, absolutely. Two scholars trying to figure what's up. CBD, 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 always and forever. CBD. Let's get this party started, Pop. Well, let's start off. He ain't even on the list, but when I said the term "ma," that boy out here acting a fool. I took that from 50 Cent back in the long time ago. Ma, that boy out here acting a fool, and it reminded me of a chump named Stephen A. Smith, but we gonna bring him up later on. But
A
I do want to
buster, a
bring up
buster.
a Buster. But what I do want to bring up is 50 Cent has been on a tirade lately because there's been apparently a lot of bunkum activity going on with P. Diddy and Stevie J. Stevie J's a music producer, as we know who P. Diddy is, music mogul. 50 Cent's been throwing big shots at them two dudes, and he's winning because the other guy, Stevie J, in this position, is getting upset when 50 Cent calls him gay. And he goes out there and says, if I'm gay, come give me the fade then. Come get it, which doesn't disprove that you're not gay. Um, for 50 Cent, it might be God level troll. He's the most entertaining bully I've ever seen in my life. Most entertaining. But I noticed that he doesn't pick on people who can't defend themselves. He picks on people who can defend themselves and usually has something to say to him first. And then he'll
Mhm.
from that point though, he just won't stop. But
Yeah.
when it come to
Yeah.
revenge goals, which I'm trying not to live my life on a revenge stake, 50 Cent is the like the benchmark of where you need to be for pettiness. Straight up. Straight up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
It's
So
weird because it's really weird with him because he's a street dude, but he's so intelligent. But at the same token, he's so, I wouldn't say gullible, but I guess petty is the word.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to believe a person with so much intelligence could really stoop to those levels.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's really weird. But he's a level-headed guy, you know. If you ask the
Is he?
streets, he huh?
Do
If
you
you
think
ask the
he's
streets,
weird,
he
or
about
do you think? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
if you ask the streets, he about his business. If you ask the
Yeah.
females, everyone I talked to said he's a gentleman.
Right.
You know, you don't hear him abusing women. You don't hear him. They all said he's a pure gentleman.
Yeah.
Total opposite from what he is on the streets.
Mhm. Mhm. Do you think it's weird that that he's that you're acknowledging he's intelligent in doing this, or you're just not used to somebody with money or like a famous like a face behaving like this? Because you've seen this behavior before. You've seen petty people, and you've seen people who are really good at being petty. Why does it seem so weird coming from 50 Cent?
Again, because it's like he cuts on a light switch.
Right?
At certain points, he could be a gentleman. At certain points, he could be a gangster.
But how
At
you treat
certain
the
points,
girls ain't the same way you treat, cats in the street.
yeah, and you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. But I mean, what I'm getting at, I guess, is what's his name? Tony from The Sopranos,
Mm-hmm.
a straight gangster.
Yes.
Some women he treated with respect until he was getting what he wanted, and then that gangster come right out of him.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like he got a light switch. He could cut it on and off at will.
Right.
Not disrespect nobody, not trying to be rude or cruel. I like him personally. I love his accomplishments. That shows you hard work. You can make it.
Yeah.
You know,
After being a
determination.
statistic, after being
Yeah,
a loser, basically, you can make it.
yeah, yep.
Mm. I
Been
wonder if he
shot, been
still
locked.
is famous. Go ahead.
He was shot. He been locked up,
Yeah. Yeah.
and now he producing movies. Well, TV shows.
TV shows. He even got a couple bootleg little cheap movies. Get Rich or Die
Yeah,
Trying was pretty good to me. I didn't think it was a bad movie. He's got a video game for all you young heads out there who may not know this, those who may watch this down the road. 50 Cent was so huge, so big back in the day, which would have been middle school for me when he dropped Get Rich or Die Trying. PlayStation got into a deal with him where he released a video game, and it was awesome. It was awesome. It was not trash. It's definitely a shoot 'em up. Nobody said it was the best game ever, but
yeah,
that was a good game. It was a good game. So 50 has been ahead of the curve for a very, very long time. And I think
yep.
if he opened up like a social media platform, I got the feeling he'd do pretty well.
He will.
I
He
really
will.
do.
So, think about if he opened his own podcast. Think about the people that be dying to get on there.
Hmm.
Hell, for crying out loud, this guy took quarter waters and made a fortune.
Yeah.
That's not the mindset of a person from Jamaica, Queens.
Traditionally,
But
yeah, I guess not.
that's where he from.
Yeah. Shout out to
Like,
Queens Bridge.
yeah, let's look at the two. Not trying to compare them, but just looking at them. Nas. He's a street dude, but he was always on a whole different level.
Yeah,
50 Cent from around the same hood, he was on a total different level.
yeah, yeah,
Nas, I mean, even when he mad, he speak calm and polite.
yeah. I've never seen
Oh,
him going off on anybody.
he let his music do the talking.
Right. That
Nobody
unfortunately
don't,
for him,
huh?
guy. I was
No,
saying
go
that
ahead.
unfortunately for him doesn't translate to dollars. Like, yeah, see, when it comes to the game of rapping, Nas, as we know, is one of the very best. You know what I'm saying? He can put his money where his mouth is when it comes to the rap game. But it's like, man, when you see 50 Cent, he's doing things he's not talking about. And there's a lot of rappers who rap about better times and equality and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Wokeness and black power. There's a lot of guys, not just Nas, but there's a lot of dudes who speak that into their music. But then 50 Cent is actually out here walking the walk. Because in my opinion, black power, the main way to obtain black power is to obtain green dollars. That gives you equity, obtain
Mm-hmm.
land. And if you're just out
Mm-hmm.
here rapping and saying Negro spirituals, whatever the case is, whether I'm a rapper who raps for good things or I'm downtown singing Negro spirituals, the work isn't gonna get done. I need to come up and get my own bread, and then I'll do what I want to do. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, if you look at Nas' track record, he owns a lot of businesses that a lot of people just don't know about because he's so different. He's so humble.
Be quiet.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's so humble, but he's worth a lot. The little royalties he get off his music is not paying his bills. Not saying that they can't. I'm just saying this
Right.
man is making money in other ways that you just don't see a person from Southside Jamaica, Queens make moves like that
Right. Right. No, I
without
agree with that.
without selling a part of you.
Like your backside.
Well, it could be your Farfet Nugan, it could be your soul. Uh, I mean, you don't see a person like Jay-Z, you don't see a person like that make it out of Marcy Projects.
Yeah.
But I
Now
mean,
you that makes
as rumor has it, I don't know so much about him selling his Farfet Nugan, but
Mhm.
I truly believe he sold his soul.
So now you know a lot of people from New York, and I know a lot of people, and without getting too specific of where you come from, you're from a very, very notorious part of the North. Very notorious. I'm willing to argue the way that you think isn't that of somebody from your neighborhood. But when it
That
is,
is correct.
when you see it though, it's like, well, then that section of the world does breed thinkers like you. You know what I'm saying? Thinkers like Jay-Z or whoever the case is. Like what you've done, and screw the fame and all the other stuff, what you've done as a human being, raising your kids and even helping raise other people's children is people don't think about that. They weren't even ready for you to come to PTA meetings because it was so foreign to them. They didn't
Yeah.
understand that. So I can argue the same thing. Look where you come from. It's a roach trap. And me too. Like that's where we're from, and we're proud of it. We're proud of it. But our city boasts the biggest rats in the world. That's where we come from. And I
Yep.
ain't talking about snitches. I'm talking about rats.
People don't even you can't even imagine if you hadn't been there what a Harlem sewer rat looks like.
Oh my God. You
They're
talking
bigger
about with a
than
cat?
with a cat. The cat turn around
Don't
and
want no
walk away.
problem.
He don't want none of that. He
Well,
don't
you
want
need
none
a
of that.
firearm. You need a firearm, a bird shot to get rid of them. That's
Right.
how big they are.
They pick up garbage lids.
This ain't no mouse, y'all. We're not talking about mice. If you know what a possum looks like, then you know what a New York rat looks like. It's very intense.
A possum on
Very
steroid.
intense.
They they make beavers. They make a beaver look like a damn chihuahua. Damn.
Long, fat, and skinny. They eating good. I mean, long, fat, and just strong, strong.
Ruthless.
Now,
They don't care. They're not
will we
afraid of
stay?
humans.
Huh? No,
They're not afraid. You get out of their
no.
way.
You better. You better.
Shoot.
Seriously. We got this one story where we had a cat named Cleopatra. She was a psychopath. Cleopatra,
Yeah.
and then we had a man called a super. A lot of people may not know down south what a super is, but a super is the same job that Thurgood had from the PJs. It's a maintenance
He said he
man for one
yeah,
particular building, not for a
yeah,
neighborhood or a project. It's for a
yeah.
building. That guy's super of that building. He also takes care of the rats. We had a rat in our bathroom that was so big. One time, the cat and the super were inside the bathroom, locked in. It was supposed to be a death. Somebody was dying for sure. That was the whole purpose. And I believe both of them came out defeated, if I ain't mistaken. Is that correct, Pop? Did he get to him eventually? But I remember he was yelling at the
Yeah,
cat, "Get him,
they was
cat,
the
do something." You remember that?
Yep, and she was yelling in cat. She was yelling in cat language. Fuck you. You go get him.
You gonna get him.
You see how big you see how big he is?
A monster, a dragon. It was a dragon in our house. For real. Y'all got to be careful, man. It's serious outside, man. You would think New York was a city. It's a jungle, for sure. It's a jungle.
Look, it looks like a baby Komodo dragon.
That's what it looked like. That's what it looked like. And far more dangerous.
Yes,
That's the
God.
scary part. You wonder how it got
Yeah.
in the house. You stay up on the seventh floor. How did this large rat climb through the building, up the damn drywall? It don't make no sense. It don't
No,
make
it
no
don't.
sense. I don't want to go back to New York, just so people know. I'm very proud to have been from there. But that whole the whole Yankee ego is up out of me. I know that's a place where I'm from. I'll go back and visit. But from what I see what's going on in New York, y'all can have it. I'm gonna come back and get something to eat and I'm gone. That's it. That's it. I don't want nothing else from
Yep.
New York. That's
Yep.
it. I'm gonna give me a pack of
I might
bagels.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Huh?
yeah. I might do a little shopping. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
might go down there to the what was it called? Vim's. I don't know if it's still there, but
Munoz.
that was the hot spot shoe store.
Oh, I thought you was talking about El Mundo's.
Oh, they got they got them dun-dun-duns. I don't want those. But people think Foot Locker is something here. You know what I'm saying? And like, what's that other one? Bozeman and
Yeah.
Dick Sporting Good.
Yeah.
They ain't got
Yeah.
nothing. On 'em. They
Nah.
ain't got nothing.
Nah. Nah.
You can't go down here and find a Sherlin coat.
Nah. And you got the old Honduran ladies and Mexican ladies walking around with the block of ice. Huge block of ice. This before the machines with the arm. She a little overweight, but I swear her right arm Diesel. She
Yep.
crushing ice right in front of you. Put that
Yep.
homemade juice on that mug. Woo!
That
In the middle of the summertime, knock it off, please,
yes,
please.
God. She doused that old Kool-Aid around it, son. Any flavor. Any
But it's the
flavor.
good stuff. It ain't just we can't disrespect it with Kool-Aid pop. We talk about that good old nectar. They came with the good
Yeah.
stuff. That fresh squeezed juice all over your
Yeah.
shave ice. Oh man. So when I see now we stayed off a street, main street called Amsterdam, very large hill, very big hill. And I seen that woman with my own virgin eyes. I was very young before I was tainted. Push that cart up the hill and down the hill and sell ices to the students, my classmates, all of that. Whenever we outside for lunch, I seen that.
Yep.
The woman might have been 4 something in height, might have been 120, 30 pounds, older lady.
Yep.
When I see that, I see raw strength because that block of ice
Oh,
ain't easy to carry. But when I see what a lot was going on with the American culture, especially with a lot of the women that we're dealing with, I don't see that strength. I'm not going to degrade nobody or call no names, but I don't see that same strength. I see weakness. And this is the
yep.
same thing with the men. I see some punk ass. Now I can go in on the guys. Some punk ass, moist, soft, lame ass men walking around here. I can't stand them. I can't stand them.
Bust.
Busters. Nah, Pop. They're that too, but I don't feel sorry for calling them out their name on this one. It's some weak ass dudes walking around here. Wanksters, as 50 Cent would say. CBD, 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 CBD.
Uh-huh.
It's all good. We got some other things to talk about too. Let me hit my light.
On it.
All right, so LSU versus Iowa. There's two stars there. One's named Angel Reese and another one's named Caitlin Clark. These women are college basketball players. Caitlin plays for Iowa. Angel Reese plays for LSU. They wound up having a rematch from last year. It was a pretty big deal last year. And so ESPN just set a record for most viewed thing on, and it was a girls' college basketball game. I have two arguments here, and I want to know what you think about that. Two things are true here. That shows that women's basketball, and also Caitlin, before I throw this in, Caitlin Clark has been offered $5 million from Ice Cube to play in his league called the Big Three. $5 million for potentially 10 games, but guaranteed 8 games. So, with that being said, this is my prediction, and this is what I want to know what you think. Women's basketball is about to explode. We will start knowing who these women are because Caitlin
Yep.
Clark is going to transcend it. But that also, to me, proves the death, excuse me, of ESPN. If that's the most highest ranked situation you got, there's no need for like it won't be the leading sports charge anymore. It won't be. They don't have the games that's big enough to draw the attention. It's just the truth. And they got a bunch of Stephen A. Smiths out there just saying crap and lies. There's no need for ESPN anymore because it's not unbiased anymore. It will die soon, and it's because it fell into the whole trying to appease everybody situation. How do you feel about that? About those two things I said about women's
I,
basketball and about ESPN?
I am truly proud of the way women are stepping their game up beyond basketball. Women are
Fact.
becoming entrepreneurs. They're becoming, real estate. They buying their own stuff. They paving their own path, which is a
Mm,
great thing. Now, for every woman needs a good man, but for every man needs a good woman. So, having said that, the way women are changing the league is it's nothing more than, I won't say amazing, because women has always had the power. They just never knew their strengths. I think they're being more educated to who they are and what they
Oh,
value is.
okay.
And now ESPN, I have no use for that.
Trash. Trash.
Everything they showing, I can see on the world news.
Or a lot of these players got podcasts. If I want to hear what happened in the Warriors game, I can go listen to Draymond Green right now. Like,
Yep,
what the hell do I care what they got
and,
to say
and
about
hear
it?
and hear it from the horse's mouth.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
That's
I gotta
your
go
questions.
ahead.
Is To answer your questions is short and plain. Women are starting to figure out their true worth, and that's incredible, man. Because society was designed to divide and conquer.
Right.
And they caught everybody. They caught everybody. That's how the whole old time saying is, oh, the woman is supposed to stay home and clean the house and cook the dinner, and the man is supposed to bring home the bacon. You see, they had us all like that. Oh, women are only supposed to wear a dress. They had us all like that. There's not an
Right.
individual alive that's old enough that heard these things in their life could say could disagree with what I'm saying.
Right. Right.
It's mind control. They accomplished what they wanted to do. But now everybody, women in particular,
In case you
are
don't want to
starting to
hate.
realize are starting to
In
realize
case you
that, you
don't
know
want to
what?
hate.
They're starting to realize you've been lying to us all of this time. And they're not afraid to go out there and try it.
Mm, mm.
They're not afraid. Angela Yee from the Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
I don't know why she saddled those two guys for so long. I don't know why. Because I respect her opinion more than I do both of theirs combined.
Yeah. By a
But
long
now
shot.
yeah, but now she done stepped out on her own and got her own show, and it's gonna take time for her to get onto the morning show and shit like that. It's gonna take
Yeah.
time, but she did it, man. She did it. She got away from that cancer. Every other word they talking about a man's penis or bunkum
In
or
the butt.
choking.
They talking about a man's
So
farfet Nugan.
it's awful. It's awful.
DJ Envy stuck his finger in the man's Dudenheimer. It was a apparently a cast mold of Charlemagne the God's butt. And when
See?
um huh? It was a cast mold of his Dudenheimer. And he sat up there with a watch on his hand. With a watch on his hand finger and they're laughing. I'm like, wow, these dudes here, like I usually think often, man, I can't do that, man. My dad would not be proud of me. I don't need your permission to do anything because I'm grown. Like and you already raised me, but I always think about it like, would my dad be proud of this? If I'm actually really, really about like thinking about or something comes across to me, I'm no. Why would I do that? Sticking fingers up in some nah, bro. Knock it off, please. I'm
What
just not interested in it.
I answered your question on that. I'm starting to get disgusted, feeling like I want to puke. So let's move on
You
to the
bring
next
up
subject.
Charlemagne the God. I can't stand them guys. I can't
I'm
stand
Let's find something else. What you got next on the list? I'm done with that.
them. Hey man, hold up. Let me find my paper. Damn. It can't be
Well,
far.
Give me a pure attitude.
Yeah.
Foolishness. I'm happy for Angela Yee,
So
man. Girl, do your thing.
yeah, shout out, shout out. On to that, I don't want to go too far, but so I wanted to bring up also with Angel Reese, right? She's the young lady who wound up playing for LSU, the one that's going
Yes,
against Caitlin Clark. When she
yes.
lost, when she lost, not when she won, when she lost to go into, she was in the Elite Eight going to the Final Four. When she lost to Iowa, she went on the stage and started crying and had a breakdown where she says, "I've been, like picked on. They done got on me. I've been sexualized, over sexualized. People have been sending me death threats." Now, this beef has been going on between her, or well, between, let's say, LSU and Iowa for about a year now, a little bit over a year. But she's also been like with these NIL deals, she has money now. So she's able to get paid for endorsements, and she's able to accept gifts from rappers and famous people. That's part of the deal. She is on social media everywhere, and hanging out with a lot of rappers and so on and so forth, and famous people, while also being pretty, and puts her image out there instead of just playing basketball, which she had a big game. So I'm not gonna hate. The Angel Reese was crushing it. And I forgot her stats, but like she did not have a pedestrian game. She changed part of what the outcome was. But long story short, she put her face out there and she getting paid for it. What did she expect? And Lizzo is saying the same thing. I say all that to say, like, Lizzo is doing the same thing where she's saying she's tired of being body shamed. She's tired of people picking on her. But then but before you shook your ass on the dance floor, I mean on the courtside seats of a Lakers game. What do you expect? So my question to you is, if you put your image out there for money, what in the hell are you mad at when whatever energy you wanted is not good energy? You wanted energy and God gave it to you. It may not have been good energy, but you got it. You popping. You finally popping. What's the deal? Why are people upset? Because I know they're gonna kill me when I get the chance.
Well, but see, we not gonna fall for that. Number one, but number two is that goes back to what we said about earlier. Money make people do different things, but when you sell your soul, nobody is expecting what the backlash that comes behind it. You understand what I'm saying? Nobody. If that girl that what's her name? That went to the daggone Super Bowl.
To the Lakers game?
No, to the
Oh, you talking
Super
about Taylor
Bowl.
Swift? Taylor Swift.
Yeah, yeah. Let her slip in any direction. Let her slip and see the backlash she catch. Everybody's not satisfied with being themselves, man. You always want to. There's nothing wrong with wanting to do better by yourself, but you got to think about the risk because for every action there's a reaction, and vice versa.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean? And you don't expect that reaction. She don't
Yeah.
expect that reaction to be as strong as it was. Oh, I'm so and so. The world loves me. Yeah, but the world will change their heart on you in the drop of a dime.
Or they'll tell you what they want. You know what I'm saying? Like either the world will tell you what it wants to accept, or you'll listen to like the small majority. It's one or the other. either the majority of the people are going to tell you you're wrong, or majority of people are saying you're okay, but you're listening to the four people who got something mean to say. So like realize it for what it is. Like if I put my image out there, which I have, like you and I both fully talked about it. This could be used as evidence against us when they try to jam us up down the road. I'm totally prepared for that. It's okay. And somebody gonna say, "What about this time when you said this and that?" I'ma stand on what I said. I mean, it is
Yep.
what it is. We both. It took a lot of growth for both of us to do this. You know what I'm saying? Like that shows the growth in us. And so cool. Y'all can come at us, but I ain't living dirty no more. And what I did once upon, I ain't done no crimes that y'all could try to jam me up 20 years on down the road. That's for sure. And that's why I feel safe, cause I'm a civilian now, and a taxpayer, certainly a taxpayer. Please stay away from me, and a law abider. I'm a law abider. And that's for damn sure. So knock off the BS. You feel me, Pop? No shit. Excuse me.
Yep.
Excuse the language. Now here we go. We got one more. What else we got? Well, not one more. We got quite a few more. All right. Ooh, yeah, some good ones. I'm gonna save your boy Stephen A for a little bit. I'm gonna save your boy. But here we go. So we've been having a situation in which obviously inflation has been changing the world. According to NPR, the median amount you need to own a decent home, they didn't say anything about children. In America these days is $100,000 a year to own a home. Where do you think we are in a society where it's like, and I guess all mediums means like from New York to the most desolate country in the world, to like Wyoming, from one to, all of that in between,
Yeah.
you need to be making about $100,000 to make it. How do you think, like,
Yeah.
where are we in society? Because in the state we live in, minimum wage is still 7.25. It's not mandated to crank it up. How is
Yeah.
anybody supposed to make it? And we know now that people with educations, they lie to us. You can go out there and get your education unless you're like a nuclear engineer or chemist. You know what I'm saying? You're not making no serious money. Because even true engineers, builders, they lost their job. A lot of them blew their heads off after 2008 when Obama became the president and the bailout happened. Engineers were losing
Yep.
jobs. So even people with specialized, and we need scientists. Like we need all of that. But why would you want to become anything if the money's not promised anymore? What jobs make 100,000 a year? I've got I got four jobs just to make the money click straight up. Four jobs, and I ain't got no kids yet. Come on,
Mm.
where we going, Pop, in this world?
We going right where they leading us to. We talked about this a little earlier ago. They keep you blinded. They keep pushing lies into your head to where you don't know no better. Everybody in my area owns their home. Nobody's making that.
Yeah,
It's a false narrative. It's programming. If they keep you in a slavery mentality, the odds are you're gonna stay there. You have to look outside of their system because their system does not work. The Declaration of Independence, they're not pushing that. And the true meaning of that, the way it's supposed to be. These people started a civil war. They overthrew the government. That's what that is about. Taking the power back to the people. And you will be, if you not smart enough to see outside of their system or to beat them at their own system, you're going to stay in that same mentality mentally.
Yeah.
And mentally, once somebody got control of the brain, then that controls every other aspect of the physical body, movement, everything. If you say, damn, I smashed my finger in that door, and you keep looking at it, every time you look at it, it's gonna throb.
Yeah.
But when your mind is not thinking about that, you don't think about it.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Nah, it makes sense. Which
When I got
it kind of
burned,
brings.
when I, when I got burned that time, the doctors were stunned. I can't believe you made this comeback. I can't believe it. I don't know how you did it. And then one doctor actually said, I've only seen this happen in little children.
Okay.
And I said, elaborate. What do you mean? He said, because in children, they get burned. When the pain go away, they don't think about it no more. So the body naturally has the chance to heal itself. But when
Right.
you become an adult, you look in the mirror, damn man, I still got
Look
that
at you.
scar. See, it slows down the process, the healing
Right.
process in your own body, because your brain is overwhelmed with foolishness. Mine was overwhelmed with, I ain't worried about this. I'm gonna go back home. I'm gonna finish what I started,
Yeah.
and I'm it's up to God. Whatever He see fit, I'm good.
Right. Right.
Get your mind
Now,
off of what they said. The Stephen A. Smiths, the ESPN. You know, that's their world. That's their system. They're gonna design that to keep you frustrated, maybe happy, but beyond all of that, brainwashed.
I'm
Brainwashed.
actually, I'm glad that you brought him up because you and I were speaking on him for a little bit, honestly, and this is the if you see the image, the thumbnail that's on the page for this episode, his face is up there, and it made me
Yeah,
think of 50 Cent line, Ma, that boy out here acting a fool.
yeah.
This Buster, ooh, I almost called it something else, but I caught myself. This Buster, and just never mind. We ain't got to explain what Buster mean, but this Buster gets onto a podcast that I really love to watch. PBD podcast, Patrick Bet David. And this guy is a successful businessman who kind of like dabbles in politics. I don't know. I just the information that comes from there, I really like to pick it up. And so, excuse me, Stephen A. Smith gets up there, and I don't want to. I ain't gonna drag it on too long, but Stephen A. Smith gets on this TV show and he starts basically dogging the Democrats. He starts go out there and he's dogging the Democrat and dogging like Joe Biden about how Joe Biden ain't doing his job, which most of it I agree with that part. But then I started realizing he was pandering to I feel like his crowd, maybe a group of black people, or whatever. I don't know. But went out there and said that he knew for a fact, said this out his mouth. He knew for a fact that if he outright said I'm voting for Donald Trump, that people of his kind, his people, his community would call him a coon and a sellout and all these other names, right? Probably true. But then went on to say, more than likely, I am going to vote Democrat. Even though he said why Joe Biden is not fit for the job. Also said that he didn't mind Donald Trump, but he just didn't know how to act. He just said he just didn't know how to act. I thought that was ridiculous. But this is the last point that I heard this idiot say. The man got up on on this podcast and said, "I'm the type of brother. You see, I'm out here in the bush, so you never know. Those mountain lions are outside, man. I might have to get the blicky with the stick outside. It's very
Um,
dangerous. Or maybe one of those New York sewer rats. But anyway,
mm,
um, gets up on this TV or on this podcast and says, I'm the type of brother who will vote Republican. I mean, I'll vote for Joe Biden. I'll vote Democrat. But then everything up underneath him, I'll vote Republican. So by even saying some idiotic stuff like that, I was thinking to myself, like, you'll vote your president in as a Democrat simply on some I don't even know why, just because. But then everybody up underneath it that's actually important, you'll vote them Republican just to like they'll undercut your president. You'll be going against your own will. You're going against your own price. So I thought to myself, like, this man really is paid blackface, who we know who he said, I can't say what I really want to say because I might ruin my career. So who's paying you to say what? And why is you up on this thing talking about politics at all? If you're not legit. I don't want people like that voting. I know he's educated and I know he's smart and I know he's whatever, got a great career. But if he's voting because of his emotions, not because of anything. Even when he disagreed with Joe Biden's politics, he still was going to vote for him blindly. What are we doing? Why do people do that? I'm just waking up to this, by the way. I've had the chance to vote in 3 elections now, and I haven't voted, but I will this year.
I don't know what we do, but again, you a person like that, you can't. I don't care about his education. I don't care about his career. I don't care about his family life. A person like that, you cannot. What's the word I'm trying to say? You can't uh, put no faith into a person like that. Either I say that is whether you're getting paid or you're not getting paid to say it. If you feel some kind of way, if your first statement is how you feel,
Hey, Dad.
then stand on it. What?
Right, right.
Can you hear me?
I'm a
Did you hear what I
We
said?
probably gonna go out for probably 5 seconds. Yeah, I heard you, but let me get 1 second. I'm gonna cut off this Wi-Fi because I'm outside. It's gonna cut off, and I'll be right back. Hold on.
All right. Hello? Who?
How about it, Pop? You there?
Yeah, I'm here, B. Let me call you back.
All
Hold
right,
on.
we back to it. We back to it.
Yeah. So how can you put anything? I wouldn't put a grain of salt in there with him because in the very beginning, you really wanted to say how you felt after you started off saying how you felt, and then you switch it around. So you're not even willing to stand by how you feel.
Mhm.
What kind of human being is that?
Well, what
You
offends me about him? Go ahead. No, rap. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Let that plane pop. I apologize. Go ahead.
no harm done. Like I was saying though, he still can't live on his word. You said earlier, if they come up 20 years later and say, yo, what you said, you gonna stand on that. That's a man of integrity. That's a man of honor. I don't give
Yeah.
none of that to him. I don't like him. I just don't mess with him. I don't want to hear about nothing you got to say. I don't care who you interviewing. I don't care if you're on MTV Cribs. I don't care if you walking down the street. I don't want nothing to do with it. You're part of that corrupt system, and I will not tolerate it.
Mm-mm.
I don't have to. So if
Don't
people
want.
want to call because I ain't got nothing for Steven, I don't care. You you see me face to face, that's what I said.
Yeah.
That's how
Yep.
that's what I mean.
Yep. Yep. And
Like
if
I
I
said to
change
you
my
earlier.
mind, if I learned, then I'll admit that too. Hey man, I listen. I don't believe that no more because X, Y, and Z. But like,
Yeah, but
if but I
him,
said it because that's what I knew, straight up.
yep, yep,
That's what
yep.
I knew. So
I don't agree with Biden and his policies in this, but let me think about it. But I probably will vote. What what the hell does that? For again, for a person that's supposed to be so intelligent,
hmm
the hell is that?
well, that's what I thought was scary about him. That's what I don't like about him being here because it's like, okay, I always appreciate a brother getting to some money. Him doing that is a door open for the next black man. Sometimes you gotta act like a slave in the movie so that the next black man can be the CEO of a company. I get it. Like there's gonna be another young black man with full of talent who's going to take over television. But what I don't like about him is that obviously his political thoughts are for sale. And so like this is what I'm afraid of with people who only deal with people because of their skin color. For example, I grew up thinking Stephen A. Smith was a role model because he was a black man who spoke well. He was in the white man's world, doing very well on ESPN, getting to it, like honestly serving the men up, serving guys up. Excuse me. But then I came to realize that he was obviously implanted into that company and that he's not very good at debating and that when he argues a lot it reminds me of a female where they'll just try to like no matter what even when you're cornered you can't admit that you're wrong like it just seems like a female in so many ways. No disrespect to the ladies, I love y'all, good god knows you're all made so uniquely made and you smell good like most of you,
Mm,
most of you
good,
smell good. I
good
love you,
God.
but Stephen A reminds me of that. You know what I'm saying? So what I would say all that to say I was blinded by the fact that he was black and that his face was up there and that he was smart. But the truth is, if I go on just his laurels because he's black, I can be taught anything. And it's the same thing if I voted somebody into a position of power because they are black. That is stupid. That's stupid. If truthfully, Pop, truthfully, people say, "Oh my God, how can white people uh uh how can white people teach African American history?" I am the type of guy that if for my school, if I really want my kids to have the best education, if a white man was the best qualified person to teach African American studies, I would give that man a shot. I really would.
Yeah,
He's the
yeah,
best. He's the best.
yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Mm-hmm,
I ain't
mm-hmm.
got to put a black man in there just because then I can get a stupid black person in there who in there talking crazy, a Stephen A. Smith. I don't need that. I mean, come on, come on.
Yep.
But it's all good
Yeah.
because we gonna wind up making it. Stephen A's a buster. I don't
But
support him neither.
But you see, we've done that already. That's what I'm trying to keep saying to you. We're already looking outside of this bubble that they call their system. Look at this, okay? I
Okay.
don't have Jay-Z money. I don't have 50 Cent money. I don't have Nas's money,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Own a couple of homes, own a few cars, boat. My children is healthy. They all graduated. Nobody been shot nor stabbed. Nobody been to prison. How many? Lucky. That's me. Great. That's me.
Yeah.
A single father, dude. That's me. Them boys ain't got shit on me.
Hmm.
That's the way I look at life.
Make you
I can't
rich.
control your money. I'm fucking filthy rich, man. I get to talk to hell. We got a podcast. I get to talk to my kids every day. All productive citizens. Not even a criminal record. How many people can say that? Not many, brother. Not many. I'm truly
That's
blessed.
certainly a rarity.
I
Ain't
come out of
nobody
the
on
streets.
dope.
I come out of the streets of New York. Never been shot, never been stabbed, never had to do no bid. And then produced some great people. And then took care of them. All while having my freedom the whole damn time. I was my own enemy. But I never sold my soul. I
Nope.
never sold my forfeit Nugan.
No, hell no. I'd sell my
That's
soul
all.
before the Dudenheimer. That's precious. Can't do it.
Ah. Ah. Back to Stephen A. Smith, man. You know, these people know what they could do and keep us brainwashed, man. It's
I hear
all a
you,
pick
Pop.
and choose. They know who to pick. They know who to put in there. You know what I'm saying? So that they can keep everybody under control. Everybody. They know how to pick and choose. Oh, okay, enough Americans talking about abortion. We gonna make it illegal. Whatever it is. Oh, we got the alphabet group out there. We're gonna tell these kids that hey, be what you want to be. All that child want to do is play with the damn Tonka truck.
Yeah.
That's all he want to do. He ain't
That's
think
it.
about that. But if you get control of his brain young, you can have him for damn near all his life.
That's why when we saw that concert last week from the folks in them, I said that's why they want the kids. When I seen that orchestra concert, I said that's powerful. How do you
Yep.
teach? I'm speaking on myself. I'm speaking for myself, not them. How do you teach a dummy how to play music? Like, how do you do that and make him good? How is that even possible? I am good, but I don't know if I could teach somebody who doesn't know anything. I don't know if I could do that. That's a special
But
skill.
but what if that kid or that person is really not as dumb as you think? They only got their mind stuck in this dumb system. They can open their eyes and look out. They can learn. All of
Yeah,
them it's not gonna happen to. But you yourself, you might just touch that one individual. Just like There was a teacher that actually touched you, made you want to do better, made you
Yes.
not think about living in no project.
She didn't care.
None
She
of
didn't
that
care.
cared. None of that mattered because your eyesight was broader. It wasn't blurry.
Well, see, unfortunately, it was because if I actually accept that woman, shout out. Man, I don't want to call her name out. She's such a good lady. They might attack her if they find these videos. Shout out to my
Mm,
middle school teacher. She was the best. She was the best. She really saw the best in me. I was very blurry vision. She saw it in me. She had the clear vision. She saw it in me. Shout out to you, sweetheart. I'ma love you until I die. You're a great, great human being. Thank you for teaching me. Thank you for giving me a gift that I use to pay my bills with. I had I don't have to sell drugs because you taught me something. And thank you
yep,
so much. Thank you so
yep.
much. You'll forever be in my heart. You'll forever be in my heart. Straight up. Straight up.
Man, back to that Buster, man. You know, he's that type that they put there to downgrade you,
Mm-mm.
keep you in a mental blockage. You ain't as good as you think you are. Look at the stats. You can't do this, you can't do that. And this is a person that's never done it.
Right.
Isn't that
Yeah. It's
you got
ridiculous.
you got the nerve to talk and you've never done it? I can
No.
see Phil Jackson, I can see Doc Rivers. They got a leg to stand on.
I got an argument about Doc Rivers too. That might have to be for another episode. That might have to be for another episode.
Yep.
Yeah.
And again, look at this point. Look how you get blind tracked. Because they always said, I was always taught, man makes the money. The
Mhm.
money don't make the man. Okay? So having said that, I think Deion Sanders said it the best. He don't want to coach the pros because there's gonna be too many cocky egos now. What happened to that person on that first day of tryout in middle school or even high school? Some people don't play sports till they get to high school. That hunger, that determination. Now you got a $300 million contract. Now you too good for anything or anybody.
Mhm.
That money is making you respond like this. That's not who you
Yeah.
were.
That's not who you
If I,
are, punk.
yeah, if I got $300 million today, nobody will never know it, dude, because
No.
that is not who I. I'm low key. I tend to my business. I stay by myself.
Yeah.
Leave me alone,
Leave me
and I'm gonna
be.
be that. I'm gonna be that. I don't need bling bling everywhere. Extra 50 pounds hanging on me. I got a bad back already. I don't need that.
And I appreciate you too for that. Honestly, for giving that to me. Like I ain't never need. You get your little tiny little diamond earring in the ear, just a little joint, cause you think it's
Yeah,
important, and then get your little, not even a dookie chain, get your little herringbone. That's all I
yeah,
need. Little hair, little baseball chain. I don't need no a baseball necklace, not a
yeah.
chain. A chain is ridiculous. I don't see no value in it. I don't see why they do it. And if I'm a diamond seller, I would say I'm about to take this idiot to the bank. And when he
It's
doesn't realize he's ruining a Rolex, which is already When
Yep.
these people
Yep.
put stupid rocks in the Rolex, they devalue the Rolex. They don't realize it. It's like putting
Yep.
rims and lifting up. It's like putting a lift kit on your pickup truck. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't mean anything. You're messing the car up.
Yeah.
Come on, man. I don't know. You ever see those trucks with the that's so lifted up? They gotta have the trailer hitch that's got notches on
Yeah.
it. It's way down below. You can tell it's messing up the towing capacity. It's not meant to
Yep.
drag the weight from down there. It's supposed to
Yep.
drag from the ass. That's the whole part.
And that
Idiots.
whole
But
shit.
that's not my car.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
I agree with you. Just
I
idiots.
ain't gonna
I
do
mean,
it.
again, I don't need that attention drawn to me. Number one. Number two, I just don't operate like that. I just don't move like that. I never have.
Do you
I,
remember the crack drought in 2007? There was a crack drought in the city that I grew up in, and there
no,
was
I don't
no
remember
crack.
that.
You do not.
No, because I wasn't into it like that.
Well, I wasn't into crack either. But do you
Oh,
remember when you don't remember? Do you remember that operation called Operation Cleanup Lady, Cleanup Woman? It was a 2007. It was a woman that was acting like a cleaner who was going around and like busting all the big crack dealers in the city. So there was no crack in the city, and I knew it
oh,
because the behavior of my neighborhood changed. Like I wasn't ever,
yeah.
I've never dealt with crack. But do you remember that time?
No, I really don't. Because when I say I didn't deal with it, I didn't mean like that. I know I didn't deal with it. I know you didn't deal with it. I'm talking about I wasn't, I was on a different level. I really wasn't caring about those people like that.
Well, it affected me and the homie. You know the homie. You know what I'm saying? My best friend. But so we got a information tip from the homie next door who said, "Man, it's a crack drought in the city, dude. Y'all be careful." I never even like I didn't know what that was.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't I forgot what the point of this was, but I never realized how like important drugs were in the economy of the projects because when there was no crack, the projects went crazy. Now,
Yeah.
I know you remember this. The crack drought was the precursor to the Hellraiser dope that came in town that was dropping bodies. Remember that?
Yeah.
That was the cause of that. Because there was no crack, a lot of people was using dope and bodies started dropping because it was dirty dope in the city.
Hmm. Yeah, they
This is
dropped too,
history.
boy.
This
They was
history.
dropping.
And if they try to clown us, don't try to clown us. This is what we was taught. This is what I was taught. I witnessed this. Even though I ain't never even touched that stuff, I witnessed what happened. Y'all can come at me. It's the truth. When the crack dried up in the city I grew up in, Hellraiser dope came in and started killing people. And now, since that day, since that day, people have been dropping in that city since. It hasn't recovered. I got the
Mm-mm.
feeling that that crack drought was the reason, the catalyst of why the dope is so bad in the city I grew up in. I know it to be true, or at least that's my theory. I don't have the concrete proof, but
Yeah.
I got witnesses, man. The crack drought drove people crazy. It was a
Mm.
prolongment of about a couple months, and right after somebody got busted, right after the kingpins of the city got busted, Hellraiser dope started coming in. And I got
Mm-hmm.
personal friends who actually went to prison off of these drugs. I know that is real. I don't even know what the point of that story was. I think I was gonna link it to something else, but that's just a
Oh,
little women in history for them, I guess.
quit calling names now.
Facts. Delaware, that is. Delaware, that is. So, where we at? uh, I'm gonna wrap it up soon. Pop, man, I'm going to my first wedding. Shout out to the homie, straight up. Shout out to the homie and his lovely bride. You know, I had a concert at their house when the boys was gigging. Shout out to the squad, by the way. Um, but yeah, man, good folks. This will be my first wedding. I'm super, super excited for myself
Cool.
and for of course the homie. But you know, been to more funerals than weddings, and I think this is beautiful. I might get a
Hmm.
change of the look of humanity at this because I've never witnessed it in my life.
I feel you. I'm
You
excited
know,
for you. It's a lot of energy and
hmm
it's all positive energy.
yeah,
So it just
yeah,
it boosts your body.
yeah.
Your body grabs that energy and you can't help yourself but to be happy. It's kind of like a funeral. It's the reverse effect.
Yeah,
Energy of a funeral is just it gets in your body. You know what I
and they're like,
mean?
yeah, nah, I get it for sure, for sure.
Word.
So shout out to the folks. Um,
Yeah.
uh, rest in peace to the OG, gamblers. I remember, oh, bookkeepers. I remember some great folks, great lady that I knew. You know, from the city, and once legal gambling wound up coming into the states, basically she lost her job. North Carolina had wound up saying it's okay for you to bet, da da da, and all this other stuff. She wound up losing her job as a bookkeeper. So shout out to the OGs. But the truth is, legal sports. I mean, legal betting is now happening in sports and not just in like Powerball gambling. Um, the Powerball is up to $1.09 billion. I won't invest in it because I think it's a scam, but it is what it is. Just want to throw that info out there. I'm really proud of you, Pop, for getting your chickens together because the bird flu apparently is on the rise, and there is a company called Cal-Maine who wound up losing 1.9 million chickens due to bird flu, which is
Really?
3.6. Yes. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Cal-Maine, 1.9 million chickens. The bird flu. Cal-Maine, by the way, is nationwide, from California to Maine. They're all over the place. The largest distributor of chickens, one of them. They wound up losing from the bird flu 3.6% of its entire flock. The price of
Dang.
eggs, from what I've gambled from that, that mean the price of eggs are going to go back up, as they were about 2 years ago. The price of eggs are going to go absolutely insane in the next few months. The CDC, the CDC claims the government. Oh my Lord, have mercy. The Center of Controlled Diseases or Disease Control, I can't remember, but they claim that the eggs from the chickens that have bird flu will not pass on bird flu. They still will sell the eggs from chickens that are infected with the bird flu, and they will sell us their embryos, their chickens. Um, Go to hell, CDC. I ain't with you. Go to hell. I'm so proud of you. This is what happens when you depend on your government to control the things that you enjoy in life, and that's not freedom. You know
Yep.
your chickens ain't got no bird flu.
Yep.
You know that. These people are sick. and they're gonna make us sick, and they don't care about it, and the poison they sell us in these supermarkets will surely be it'll cause
I,
mass death. It'll cause
it's gonna,
mass death in no time.
yep,
They're selling us poison all the
yep.
time. So,
That on top of the McDonald's and the Hardee's and the Burger Kings and the fucking all of them other spots, you sure enough guaranteed to die. You're gonna catch something. You're gonna catch something. I don't want it. You
it's
see what I'm
like
saying?
the battery ain't there.
I'm thinking past this little circle or bubble that they call the United States uh corporation. I'm beyond that.
Right.
I'm beyond that. I'm on to taking back my rights as the United States Republic. I don't
I'm
want
out.
no deal.
See,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
you and I see it differently. I love this country. If I find out that Joe Biden is the president again, you might you might actually see me up out of here for real, Pop. If he wins, I'll probably be gone within 2 years. At least for a year to go live my life. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to
All
do
right.
this anymore.
Well, listen to this. Here's some hardcore, straight up facts. At this point now, we only have two options. And I'm not even going to give it the dignity of saying names if I can help it. We got the Democratic Party running for president. We got the Republican Party running for president. That is it. That is our only option.
Hmm.
If the Democrat win, okay,
Okay.
surely 4 years from now, the Republicans is going to run again.
Yeah.
If the Republican win, then the Democrat can't run again because they'd be way too old. The whole world will know that they're too old. So they have to just take that one term. That is what we have to look forward to. No matter who you
Mm.
like, those are the facts. Somebody's going to win.
Yeah.
And if the Republican wins, Joe's out of the office, but we still got to deal with this Republican, okay, for another 4 years. And then we ain't got to deal with him. We ain't got to deal with the Republican or that same Democrat. That same Democrat or that same Republican. Ever again. As far as leading the country. Ever again.
Do you do you think that this should be the most educated like this election should be the best one for us because we're not like voting in the new hot shot with the great hairline or the great mustache that looks nothing like mine. It's the greatest mustache in the world. But those dudes, like we've seen the Democratic Party's 4 years and we've seen the Republican Party's 4 years. This is the first time in a very long time, if ever, that's ever happened. Should not this be the greatest election of all time? Both dudes did the job. What's up? Like now we know. Okay, this what he did. This what he did. Emotions aside, isn't it? Shouldn't this be shouldn't this be like what like the greatest American presidency of all time or election of all time? Both men are qualified. Both men have done their 4 years, and we got something to compare it to. What excuses do we have now? Straight up,
We,
we ain't got
well,
no
well, we
excuses.
still, Yeah, we do still got a lot of excuses because there's still the average person out there. Just mindset is to the system. They can't see beyond that bubble.
Right, right. I hear
It's
you.
just good as it is bad. That's the problem. But I think in the future, I think the politicians getting younger, they're getting more women into it, and eventually everybody is going to get along because you're going to have no choice really. Because all our blood is going to be mixed together. All our blood.
And speaking of blood, America, you lied to me and told me I might be a part of something I may not be. I suggest that people stop checking the marks when they ask you what your ethnicity is. I
It's
have no
against
idea why the government would ever give a shit about what your race is for anything that you want to get, if especially you're putting your birth certificate to that. Other than the statistics, gain your freedom back. They don't get to ask you what your race is for anything. That's not their business. They know. They know. Screw them. I'm tired of the statistics. I don't know what race I am. Let's leave it at that. I don't know what I am. These people told me what I was, and I'm done with it. But I do got this great mahogany bronze looking skin going on. You know what I'm saying? And I'm light on the top, but I got a good hair. That's what the girls say. Love y'all too. Love y'all too. Straight up. You know? But I don't know what it is. I'm gonna stop checking stuff. Well, you gotta put something up here. Well, show me the bylaws that say I gotta check what ethnicity I am. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to lie on
look,
this government form. Straight up.
look, this is what I want you to do. I want you to download two things and keep it on your phone. It's gonna take up a lot of data. The Constitution and the
Mhm.
Declaration of Independence
Mhm.
on your phone because that's against your constitutional right. You can't ask a person, but we've been doing it so fucking long. We've been blindsided so long, so it comes natural.
It's on your ID. It's on your identification. I
It's on
have
your
a color, a race on my ID, Pop. How do
look.
I
Check this
know?
out.
That's a
Check
lie.
this out. Just say if you're born, I want to say it's in North Carolina. If you're born in the state North Carolina, right?
Okay.
Your social security number, the two numbers in the middle
Mhm.
are R numbers.
Mhm.
53, 31. In the inner cities in the state of New York, they're even numbers. 20, 22, 34, 68.
Mhm.
They already
Mhm.
know. They know
They
where
know.
you at. They know
Yeah.
exactly where you they know exactly where you are at.
And
You
I know
think the
you
US
not capping, Pop. I know you not lying, because I went to a government agency one time when I was in college, looking for some help, and the lady saw my social and asked me, was I from New York? See,
Yep,
I know that's not cap. She knows. And I asked her, how
yep.
in the hell could you possibly know that? What is this, witchcraft? She knew. She knew. Yep. They knew, man.
If you look
It's a
outside the
VIN number.
box,
Don't you know that's a VIN number? Like being
that
born is like the fact that they give us a VIN number when we're born. Don't we think that's offensive? What do I need
Why
this
don't
for?
why don't we think it's offensive? Your mother will be arrested. Well, a mother
Hmm.
will be arrested if she don't sign that birth certificate.
Yeah.
That birth certificate gives them a right now to go and print your damn a serial number.
Go to jail for what? And what they give you, a John Doe eventually, or a Jane Doe? What are they
Isn't
gonna
it
do?
your isn't it your right to give birth?
Well, God gave us the right, not the government.
No, I'm talking about the female. Isn't it her right if she
Yeah,
want to give
God,
birth?
God gave it to her. God gave her the right to have a baby, not the
And
government. I just so happened to
who
go to a hospital to birth the baby, but it's like, how many babies are born here naturally that we don't know about? That's something else we don't tally. The government's so cocky, they think they can tally every birth. Some of these illegals know how to birth babies when they come here, and they're birthing natural babies here. What about those
yeah,
children?
they
What
are
about the
still
Americans who are having babies like that?
are still here doing
And
it.
then you register them from school. Oh my God, who is this baby? Oh, 7 years we ain't been taxing this kid. Oh, we gonna send you to
Oh,
jail for human evasion. Human evasion. They'll make a charge on you. Straight up.
they'll violate your fucking right in the blink of an eye, man. That's what I'm telling you. So if you run into these situations, before you talk to them, before you escalate this situation, let's de-escalate the situation. And please
Yeah,
read this.
yeah, yeah,
I'm not here to argue with you, to fuss with you. Just please read this. Tell me anywhere it says that I have to identify myself. And now
mm,
understand this. Now the other groups have the right to not identify themselves or identify themselves as what they want. It's a weird, tricky game, but you got to be aware. That game is somewhere along the way.
yeah.
Everybody talking about everybody I talk to, which made me think I have to change up my who I'm dealing with too. Because everybody I talk to telling me, oh, it's when they gave the police immunity. And I go to thinking about that, and that could be a good point. But at the same token, right before they had that, they was taking our rights.
Yeah,
Do you
yeah.
realize if your child is home, just say, God forbid, but you got a child that has sickle cell, and
Hmm.
you and your child about that. Your child home from school more than a certain time, they gonna send DSS. The teacher ain't gonna come for a home check. They gonna send a corporation after you.
Government, a government agency. Yeah,
To you.
yeah,
And
yeah.
they come in there with bad intentions because all they know is what somebody told them.
Mm.
How you not safe in your home under illegal searches and seizures? How? Isn't that what it say?
Yeah, yeah.
You are
Well,
allowed to be secure in your home and your property from illegal searches and seizures. But you'll
well,
come and snatch somebody's baby.
they'll use the child as the weapon, though. It's the same. It's the same as, you know,
That's not right.
child support. The
It's not
child is the weapon. Like, you can sign so that you don't get busted for alimony. But if you have a child with somebody and you just like child support is a different law than alimony. The child is the weapon. But I do say this too. I do want to call this out. I got a homie. I got some folks in them that's got a beautiful, beautiful child that was born into this world that was not like she decided she was going to exercise her right not to immunize her child to the poison that a lot of these people are putting in bodies. And she told me personally that the folks tried to put some pressure on her about that
Yeah,
in order to immunize her child, and even got the law involved. But they tried to
yeah.
threaten her, and it didn't work. And I'm super duper proud of you. But I know that from witness testimony, these people out here are animals, and they tell you what you'll do with your child. Man, excuse me, Papa, I almost cursed. Forget these
They're
folks,
gonna
man. They don't got the right. Take your rights back. Take your rights back. Seriously.
come back. It's so many different angles. You know what I mean? When I say the system, I mean everything. The way the structure is, every daggone squeaky wheel out there is contaminated. They got it. They got us. They got us. Uh, From the food
Pop,
you
man.
eat to the education they give you to the damn hospital medicine they give you. They pump them damn oxycontins out there. 3, 4 days you taking them, you just got off the surgery. Now you hooked.
Yep.
Now you the bad
Oh,
person. You a dope head is what they gonna say.
stigma. Yeah.
All of the
When
system.
your doctor was your plug, not the dirty street dealer that they gave 30 years. Your doctor, your primary care doctor. Thanks a
Yep.
lot. You the plug.
Yep.
You the
Some
plug.
people, some people get them, and that's what they was prescribed, and you can't cut them off. So they constantly get a endless supply of them.
Rest in peace, to folks in them. When they died, our people wound up looking inside they bag and they had a whole pharmacy in they bag.
Hmm.
So that's
How
legal
you get
drugs.
that?
I mean, whatever I
How?
needed, if I need why you need it, I don't know. But whatever I needed, if I want to feel happy, if I want to feel sad, if I want to feel up or down, or energetic or sleepy, all of it was there. It was actually an impressive case of
Yep,
drugs.
yep,
It was an
yep.
impressive case of drugs.
You would have never known that. R.I.P. to one of the best.
Obviously, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But you would have never known that though. Real talk. Mm-mm.
Let's just say if that bag would have showed up to one of them Hollywood parties, the party lit. The
Let's
party is
say,
lit.
let's say if I'd have drove them somewhere, gave him a ride, motherfucker was little out of it, and left that
Okay.
bag in there, and I got caught. That's 30.
Say life. Yeah, they hit you with 25 till. They hit you with 25 till. You gonna serve
No,
30,
they
but
want
they gonna hit you with 25 till for sure.
they 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 want me to cop to that. This is your
Huh?
cop out. They want me to cop out to that.
Hey, you
So
dirty. You can't even explain it. Like I promise to God this ain't mine. I promise this ain't mine. I just helped move my folks down the road. They left a bag. This is federal. I gotta
this ain't
snitch.
right.
I'm snitching. I'm telling on people. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. I'm telling on people, man. This ain't mine. This ain't- I'm telling on people. I be chilling on the porch. I'm not in the street. I be chilling on the porch, and I will work with the police. I don't like the police because I think they some of them are killers. I wouldn't call them on many folks, but if they came on me and there was some trouble going on, they came at me crazy, and I ain't do nothing wrong, I'll cooperate. Y'all better stay away from me with criminal stuff, man. I'm telling you, I ain't your guy. I ain't your guy. I ain't no street
Yep.
dude. I ain't no real nigga. You can have it, please and thank you.
Yep.
Please. Yeah, it was so and so and who and that. It should be
Oh,
documentation for that.
matter of fact, look, this is what we're gonna do. I need you to go ahead and swab that back seat so you get DNA and fingerprints on it. I'm gonna take you to where I dropped them off. That's it. We ain't doing
Man,
this.
I know their name. I know their name. I know where you can find them.
I know the date of births and everything.
You want to hit your middle name? You want to hit me with a 30-piece nugget? You can have that. No, if you gonna hit me with a 30-day, I might pull that off, Pop. I might pull that off. But you're not about to hit me with no 30. No, no.
Nah,
And in the
that
newspaper, they're gonna call me all types of names. They gonna call me
oh,
they gonna claim I was the biggest drug kingpin. And then you got the sheriffs doing this with
yep,
the table full of oh my
yep.
god, table full of everything. They doing that. Look at tough.
Whole
Shut your
pharmacy.
dumb ass up. One man pulled
And
me.
then you
30 men in the
go.
picture. How did this happen?
Yep. And then you're gonna
No,
have everybody that you go down there and testify. Yeah, he was giving my child this. Oh, baby.
I'm not sure, but I think I might have had one of those when I was on a date with him. I was sleepy
Oh,
all of a sudden.
oh,
Man, get that. Yo, yo,
oh, baby. Yeah.
I got really tired. I don't remember anything. Oh, hell no. Please
I
no.
remember I remember waking up and my panties was in my hand. Oh God, yeah. There go another 15 to that
Find my
30.
panties. Couldn't find my panties. Oh, never mind. Let me stop. Let me stop.
Go another to that 30 you was talking about. So that's 45 right there. Behind that bullshit. Yeah, somebody gonna have to go to
That's the
sink.
1975 clause that's got you hemmed up forever. That's the one. They didn't found something.
Yep.
That's the one they used on Bill Cosby.
Yep.
They hit you with maritime laws. They hit you with waterway laws, nautical. If you hurt somebody in international waters, they hit you with one of them crazy laws.
Damn, what's that
No,
called?
thank you.
Grandfather. Hit you with one of them grandfathered laws.
Yeah, yeah. Well, precedent says in 1774,
Yeah. Oh
you steal
my
a man's
God.
wife, you go to prison for the rest of your life. That's what they say.
Uh,
No, thank you.
uh,
No, thank you. Well, Pop man,
hey,
I'm gonna tell you what. I don't have a list today of words. So I'm gonna give you a break for this week. You've been going strong for 22 weeks straight. Highly impressed. You've been holding it
almost
down, and thank you very much.
almost a quarter century.
Almost there. We're almost there. We're almost there. So for episode
Yeah.
23, we're gonna chill on it, but we gave y'all a couple extra minutes. You got anything you want to get off your chest before you leave, Pop?
Nah, man, I'm good. I'm good. It was a great show. I'm proud of you, man. And keep up the good work and keep your eye open, man. You know, that system is just
Mm.
it's just wrong. It's just wrong. It's just wrong, man. Give back to
Same
the
here,
people.
Pop. I ain't got much. I just want you to know I love you and watch out for them haters, man. They so much closer than. And this is my last point before we go, but I remember I asked you once upon a time, man, why are you hanging out with your guys? You had a set of friends that as a young man, I knew those men weren't the type of men I wanted to be. I knew those men weren't the type of men that were respectable. They could not gain the respect of a 13-year-old boy. So when I asked
Yes.
you that question, you said it's not even about them. You know what I'm saying? I do it because I want to. These are friends that you looked out for. I seen you. I seen you give your friends a place to live when they didn't have a place. I seen it. A place to sleep, a safe place with food to eat. And I realize it now that I had some of those people around me. And I questioned you and I apologize. I had to go through it myself. And now I realize those people exist to make you greater. And it's supposed to be. You're supposed to look out for your brother if he's not doing that good. You look out for him. And if you know they're a piece of crap, they're not gonna look back out for you because you aren't special. They're not gonna do they're not those type of people. And as a leader, you're gonna get led on a lot. You're gonna get a lot of weight on you. And I'm proud of you, Pop man, for knowing that and leaving those people where they are. And I've just reached that point, Pop, where I realize I will not have clowns around me ever again.
I know that's right.
When I find out you a clown, your ass is gone. Your
Yeah.
ass is
Yeah.
gone. Unless you
That is,
bring me business. If you bring business to the table, we can
I
talk
don't even.
business because I'm a businessman. But on some personal stuff, if you a clown, your ass is grass. I've got two friends. That's where I'm at right now. The rest of the world, I don't know what y'all up to. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm not curious to find out. I know what I need to do for me and my family, and that's all I'm concerned with. Because I'm not gonna go out there and hurt nobody. And like you said, I'll help anybody. I'm not just gonna put myself into. I find myself having to depend on this system that I know is so tarnished.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm not gonna put myself in that position to have to do nothing to nobody, go to prison, or just. I'm gonna leave you alone. Just leave me alone.
Yeah. Nah, I hear you. Boom.
I'm not
I'm
gonna.
back.
Yeah, I'm not gonna allow you to dictate how I eat.
No.
Make you figure that your team could affect my cream. I ain't with that.
Pop, who else? I ain't shitting on nobody. I love everybody. But even when the team is against us, I can stand on this. This ain't cockiness. This is what I think Jada Kidd said, and I'm not cocky, I'm confident. So when I tell you I'm the best, it's a compliment. Got a hundred clips. Nigga, I from anyway.
Jada
So
shit.
Jada crazy, straight up. But man, Pop, man, we eating scallops and tomahawk steaks, man. I don't know what a
Lobster.
swole is. I don't know what no commissary is. I ain't better
What
than
you,
nobody.
what you said? A swole?
I don't know what a swole is. You ever
How
had
you
a
spell?
swole?
How
I
do you
think
spell
it's
that?
I think it's SWOLE. LE, swole. I think that's it. It's a prison term for noodles and bullshit.
Why would I want to eat that? No, sir.
So you never had
No,
one?
sir.
Me neither.
Nah. I never seen one. I never
Now
seen one.
what you know about
I'm
the pan-seared scallops with the butter sauce and the
oh
Obey?
baby. Oh baby. Jesus Christ, have mercy.
You
With a
feel me?
tad of with a tad of rosemary on the side. Jesus Christ,
Oh
son.
no, no.
Them
And
good.
maybe some charred asparagus. Please knock it off. Please knock it off. I don't know what no swole is. I don't know what no. I don't know what. Like I said, I don't know what commissary is. I thank God I don't know what commissary is. I
Yeah,
thank God I
commissary
don't know what the.
or what they call it. They call it canteen.
They
See,
call
that's
it
a slave
canteen now. Yup. Yup.
slave line. Canteen. Everybody else say, yo, it's payday. They got you trained,
Change.
hoodwinked.
Bamboos.
It ain't pay.
No. No.
Yeah, it is. It's a French thought. Canteen? Think
Nah.
about the word.
It's a
Think
military
about the word.
term.
So let's get back to the fact. I'm glad you brought that up. Military, government, gang. Not gang, but government operated,
It's a game. It's a
government
game.
funded.
They got guns. They got an OG. They got leaders. They got
Check it
corrupt
out.
people. It's a game.
Check check it out though. The originators of rank came from the government. Lieutenant, sergeant, colonel,
Hmm.
private.
General.
You understand? From the military. But now
Yes.
look how many forms that's them broke down to. Now you got firefighters that's lieutenants, colonels. You got police officers that's lieutenants, colonels. You got armed security guards that have rank,
COs in prisons.
got
Yeah.
rank.
Yeah.
You see? Nobody questions that. Nobody talks about that. How did that happen? The rank came from the military. Now everybody got them a rank.
Mm. Punk ass local police say, yeah, I gotta talk to my sergeant about this. Another piece of crap. Actually, sergeants are usually pretty decent people. They figure it out. If it's bogus, what's going on is bogus. Now I had some sergeants say whatever the punk ass cop want to do, the buster cop want to do, they gonna do it. But the sergeant usually knows it's this my cop is acting bogus. But that's
Okay.
that blue wall. I'm not here to attack the police to this week.
No, no,
There was a cop
to
that,
do that.
huh?
Go ahead.
Now what were you saying?
I'm not here to do that either. But again, if you're a supervisor, let's look at it in these terms. You're there to supervise somebody, a worker.
Okay.
Is that safe to say?
Hmm.
Wouldn't it be in your best interest to teach that worker all of the rules of the game? So if
Yeah.
you're a sergeant coming in and okay, you can oversee things a little differently, then don't you think that sergeant need to talk to that private or the new guy?
baby. But the newer guy might be the idiot that said that feels some type of way. My blinker was bad, but I called him a bastard, which is not
Yeah,
illegal. I want to
I
slam him in jail. He
yeah,
called me a motherfucker.
I get that, but that's your constitutional right.
Yes,
The
yes.
Supreme Court said that that's part of your freedom of speech. So again, if he's doing this and he go to a sergeant with this, why haven't he been properly trained? Why haven't his sergeant already properly trained him? You're going to get cursed. You got to take that. That comes with the job. They show him how to fucking get tased, just in case he in the heat of battle he get tased. They're gonna do that to him. Why not go all the way and teach him
They
the
gonna make
proper
some.
way to do it? Yeah, they're gonna mace him. You know this. So why not take him the whole way and teach him the right way? Cause
I say shoot him in a non-lethal place. You want to shoot people? Shoot them in a non-lethal place. Let them know what a bullet wound, a nice flesh wound feel like through the ass cheek. You dedicated.
yeah.
You want to shoot people? We maced you. We tased you. Let's put this bullet wound through your ass cheek. It ain't gonna kill you. You just can't sit down
Damn.
for a while. It's a flesh wound. It's a flesh wound. It won't even turn to a keloid. Right through the ass and the other side.
Damn.
Why not? We macing people. Mm. Shout out to the military folks. Sometimes I feel sorry for y'all, man. The government gonna just use y'all how you use, give you what you want. Look at that fresh boy. That boy got the that boy got
Where's
the
the bump up?
suspenders in the bow tie. Please knock it
Oh,
off. Yeah. That boy fresh. He ready to walk.
yep.
That boy
That's our little,
fresh.
that's little champ right
This
there.
is
He
a
gonna be
special
something.
show, man. We gave y'all a little extra time. Uh I don't really have nothing else, man. I don't really have nothing else.
Let's switch
Solar
then.
eclipse on Monday. Be prepared for that. It'll be another solar eclipse in the middle of the day. It's pretty awesome. Don't know what time, but that's on Monday. Uh and last point is United States pilots. Okay, excuse me. United Airlines has asked pilots to take a unpaid leave because of the lack of 737 MAX jets due to Boeing's mess ups. You and I have been following Boeing for a little bit. Because Boeing is in the middle of that scrutiny, not many planes are able to hit the air, and United Airlines is asking pilots now to take a seat. The price of airline tickets are going to go up like crazy, just like the price of eggs. These are just things I just want to speak on real quick, just for historical purpose. You got to even expand on this, right? Uh, the fact that you're telling that's the education I told you about, right? How dare you tell me as a pilot after I spent all that money to become a pilot for me to take an unpaid leave? When does the demand for pilots go down? Who, where are we anymore? You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't believe in this government. Go get you a pickup truck, so that way you can always make you some money. Cause trouble times are coming soon.
That's a good piece of advice. I can honestly appreciate that. No job is safe. And that's when they get you. And that's what causes a lot of suicides. Because you just purchased a new house. You and your wife got new cars. And then
Oh,
they
you
lay
knocked her
off.
up. She got twins. You knocked her up by accident. She got two of them coming, and she ain't getting rid of them. Oh dear God! And you already got one. One's already here. Oh my God! I turned to a
That's
family of five overnight.
that's what happens, man, when you depend on everything else but yourself. I got 50 gallons of gasoline here, so I can make it a long way.
Yeah,
Do you understand what I'm saying?
yeah.
I be the damn Noah's Ark on wheels. Got my little pigs, got my chickens, my dogs. We get the hell on out of
Right,
it. I ain't got to
right.
deal with it. I'm not gonna deal with it. Damn that.
Just effort.
And I'm
All
not
right.
beating up on nobody, huh?
Now go ahead.
I said I'm not beating up on nobody. No disrespect to the military. No disrespect to the police. You know, all you guys doing is what our government tell us to do. It doesn't make it right though. It's actually more barbaric. Actually more barbaric, man. Most of the people that's been to war would say it really wasn't worth it.
I'm sure. I'm sure. Shout out to those folks, man. That's tough stuff.
Yeah, man. I mean, it ain't no winning in war. War is destruction,
Right.
man. War
Whoa,
is
huh.
trying to kill.
Yeah.
Isn't isn't it ironic that our government can send men and women to a whole nother country to fight a war, but you can't get into a fist fight with a person on the street without going to jail?
An argument. You get the
Isn't
yelling
that
too
crazy?
loud, they throw you away.
Oh, they call it disturbing the peace.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's awful. It's awful. But I'll call you in a minute. I'm gonna get off of this thing, man.
All right, Pop, you
It was
shut it down.
yeah. I appreciate talking with you, man. You have a good one. I'll
For
call you in a
sure. I
bit.
thought you. Peace.
One.
One.